you, love your enemies. Bless them that curse you. Do good to them that hate you. And pray for them which despitefully use you and persecute you.
Which is the first commandment of all?
Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God is one Lord. Thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy might, and with all thy strength. This is the first and great commandment, and the second is like unto it. Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. On these two commandments hang all the law and the prophets.
Master, thou hast said the truth. There is one God, and none other but He. And to love Him with all the heart, and with all the understanding, and with all the soul, and with all the strength, and to love his neighbor as himself, is more than all the whole burnt offerings and sacrifices.
Thou art not far from the kingdom of God.
And thou wasn't far from being banned. We're live, guys. We're live. There's only 3 I'm watching at the minute. We'll see. So what happened is, though, because I wasn't allowed to stream yesterday because of that violation, I thought it would be a full week. So I ended up arranging to stream on Michael Kahn's channel, and I set out the show and everything for Michael Kahn's. And I made a video because I could still upload videos, but I just couldn't live stream to my channel. I made a little video with a thumbnail that telling everybody that I'm going to be on Michael's, gave the link and all that, maybe for a few days, for a week or whatever, and I'd let him know all about it, what it was all about if nobody knew on the live. But as soon as I went to go live this morning on Michael's, I thought, right, I'm going to try and set up a show quickly in my own name to see if it works. And it did, it worked. So it must have been a 24-hour banning of live streaming, because I did say I wasn't given a strike for community guidelines violation. It said I wasn't given a strike, and it said I wasn't warned. But I thought it must have been a warning before they took it down and didn't let me stream for a full 24 hours. So I thought it was a 7-day thing, but obviously not, guys. I'm here. And there's still only 3 watching.
be careful with that finger, PJ.
Yeah.
Be careful with the finger. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. I mean, it's all I was doing this. I'll do it more slowly this time. I was doing this and gesticulating, and then I was talking about Luch, and I went like that, and I wasn't even talking about knife, but I went like that quickly, and then they give me that timestamp. 5 minutes in, we hadn't even spoke about a knife at the time. 5 minutes in, 5 minutes 41, I think it was, and I looked at it and I'm like, there's no knives there. Then I seen what they were on about. It was like me swiping at the screen, just gesticulating, and I was just talking fast, and I did that, and they thought it was a. But later on, we did actually show knives because it was a program. It was about knife crime in London, and I was showing what we were allowed in the UK. Didn't know that we weren't allowed to show live on camera. I mean, the guy we were covering was showing knives on his video, all different types with blood on them and everything. You know, so I didn't realize it was a different thing, live streaming, or it could just be to do with UK knife laws. I don't know, because on Flatsiv we've had Soft showing his AK and everything, you know, firearms, and it's fine. Do you know what I mean? But it's legal where he's at, so maybe it's to do with that kind of thing. I do not know, don't know. But from now on, we'll not be getting shown any knives, not even a butter knife in front of my camera. This is my thumb, YouTube. This is my thumb. And this is a light. Ooh, better not show a lighter, just in case. You know? But yeah, so there we go. There we go. There's 6 watching that.
You swear to God?
Yeah, I will not swear to God ever, but there you go. Yes, Ian, you can't take our freedom. Freedom! But I don't think you're in anymore. That was about 11 o'clock, or like 12 o'clock ish.
Yeah,
Did that.
he's gone. He left.
Yeah, he's gone now. Spaceman, good to see you. Captain Caveman, good to see you. Miss Maud, Vicky, good to see you as always. Roger, good to see you.
Good
And
to see you, PJ.
No, Roger, you rock.
Roger,
Okay.
you rock. Yeah, of course, Roger rocks. It goes without saying, though, doesn't it?
Oh,
Goes without saying.
I don't even say hello to Roger now. I just put Roger, you rock.
Yeah,
I know.
It's
I
like
appreciate it.
it's a common trope now, isn't it?
I know, but because remember when I first started doing it for Roger,
Aye,
because he used to do all the a lot of super chats,
aye.
and then it just went from me doing it for to Roger, and now I have to do it to everybody. But every time in comments, if I'm just talking to Roger, I always put Roger, you rock.
You wish you could like type it in and paste it, so you don't have to type it out every time.
I know, because I have
I know.
everything I type. I can't.
Don't
put, like, the
understand.
hats.
You've got to have a save, even on it's an
I
iPhone.
don't.
You
I
must have a
don't.
clipboard somewhere.
Not that
Yeah.
I've seen.
So is a clipboard? Have you got a clipboard on your iPhone, Roger?
I think I do. Yeah.
Right. So when you're typing out a message, you can go to your clipboard and things that you've stored in your clipboard.
Yeah, it's a pain in the butt, though.
There's a certain setting, baby. It's not always there. You have to go to the setting to get it up.
Look, I'm used to it now. I just type everybody's app, but I will start using the laptop soon.
Mm.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Do it off that.
Well, if you're using a laptop and they're in chat, as soon as you type at in the first two letters of the handle, it'll come up. It comes up. Just click on.
I have to type everybody's whole thing, and some people's names are too long, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm not doing that one.
That's why when I was on the phone, I used to store it in my clipboard. Everybody that came in and I seen that was quite regular, I used to put their name in the clipboard. But even then, the names got so long in the clipboard that it took me ages to look for them. When I seen them in chat, I was like, oh, just forget the ats. Just say, you all right, KV? How's it going? You all right, Roger? How's it going? You know what I mean? That type of thing.
But
Yeah,
and I say hello to like near enough everyone. There's people obviously I don't know that I just might say hi to or not. It depends how busy it is in chat.
Aye. Yeah. Yeah. So I didn't have billions of time to sort out a show. So I just it was like the video I didn't get to show because we got taken down yesterday. The paranormal one that I was going to show yesterday after the knife one. To do with Tyler Oliveira, but we got taken down before that. I managed to edit out the knife parts and I put it out as a premiere. And it's more about our conversation with Brian now. It's still an hour and a half long, but there's about 3/4 an hour cut out of it because we did about 2.5 hours then, you know, so 2.25, whatever. But yeah, it was up as a premiere, so it's a video now. So it's still there. It's just not a full thing.
And it's sad though that somebody was watching and went and reported it.
Yeah, well, I reckon it was Brian's troll because Brian was following Brian about. You know what I mean? Brian was banning them left, right, and centre. They must have so many accounts. It's just ridiculous that they've got these obsessed people following them about like that. Not Brian's fault, not at all. You know what I mean? He was in there banning them all, you know what I mean? He was there, yeah, get rid of that, get rid of that, he was in there doing his job, you know what I mean? But yeah, fair play to him. Ian Davenport, good to see you. Are you new here? I haven't seen you before. I don't think. But good to see you anyway. What did you say, Roger?
I thought that was Ian, the other guy. No, never mind.
Oh no, it's Ian Henry. This is Ian Davenport.
Yeah.
That's Ian Davenport. What was I going to say? Yeah, so before I get on with that video, and there's also one called, it's just one I haven't looked at all. It's the Science of Religion. I thought, well, it's a 20-minute video. I'll stick that on. Haven't even looked at it, so we'll see what that's like as well. But before that, I tried to download this one. Eric DeBage has brought one out a few hours ago, maybe 9 hours ago or something, I don't know. It's just about 6 minutes long to do with the final experiment and why it doesn't matter. And as much as I don't agree with on Christianity and stuff like that, obviously, Eric Brian knows what he's talking about when it comes to flat Earth. So, yeah, I'll share that for now. I tried to download it, but it came up as an error of some sort, so I'm going to have to share, rather than share a video file, I'll have to share it on his channel. So, yeah, let's get that up now.
Okay.
I've been watching the news.
Oh
I
yeah,
know.
Yeah.
not
No,
good.
we got a new prime minister today.
Oh, nice.
Not really. A lot of Americans woke up with a hangover today, and Britain just got another headache of another government.
Yeah.
Yours will last a day, ours will last for years.
That's
Do you know what I mean?
true. That's true. And
I gave up on it a long time ago.
I dare say everybody's seen it, but there's the link in it.
I
And
can't even get independence for my country because I'm from the blooming country everyone got independence from.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
that's it.
Uh,
Right. This video is only 5 minutes long, so I'll just let it play through. I'll let it play through, then we'll get on to the other thing. It's only 5 minutes, might as well get it over and done with. Then you can say what you want at the end of it, if need be. Shall we go?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Recently, a wealthy globe Earth proponent named Will Duffy launched a campaign dubbed The Final Experiment, which he claims will finally settle the globe versus flat Earth debate forever. The results of this experiment are allegedly so conclusive that once conducted and completed, all flat earthers will be forced to concede and admit defeat. So what is Will's brilliant idea? What is his ingenious experiment to finally silence all globe skepticism? Invite 12 flat Earth YouTubers and 12 globe Earth YouTubers to Antarctica in December to see if there's a midnight sun. In other words, the final experiment is not an experiment, and not even a demonstration, but merely an observation. In typical globe defender strawman fashion, Will is conflating a celestial observation with our terrestrial foundation. He's claiming that the motion of a light in the sky overhead somehow gives proof of the shape of the ground underfoot. In reality, the existence of a midnight sun in Antarctica no more proves the globe than the non-existence
Good to see you, Babe Ruth. Good to see you, man.
of a midnight sun in Antarctica proves the flat Earth. It's tantamount to inviting a contractor to measure the dimensions of your floor space, and instead of taking measurements of the floor, he climbs a ladder and starts measuring the recessed lighting in the ceiling.
Sorry, shifty eyes, didn't see you there. Good to see you, man. Good to see you too.
And after doing some calculations and extrapolations based on his ceiling lighting measurements, he tells you definitively that your floor is curved. The only reason this strawman argument even has any legs to stand on are because a couple suspicious, shilly, so-called flat earthers who I have repeatedly called out as disinformation agents, like Jaren from Jarenism, have claimed that they believe a midnight sun in Antarctica somehow does prove the globe. In a recent interview with Will Duffy, Jaren explicitly stated that if there is a midnight sun in Antarctica, then that is evidence for the globe, and a big problem for flat Earth. In reality, this is not a problem for flat Earth at all, nor is it evidence of a globe.
Which I think Jaron should have known himself that, yeah, just because if he goes there, if it happens and he goes there and there's a 24-hour sun, not a problem for flat Earth at all.
well,
No.
Jaren's saying that it's going to be a bad problem for the flat Earth if it's there. He said that
Yeah.
himself. So yeah.
Yeah, so he's saying it's a bad problem for the flat Earth if there's a 24-hour sun. Yeah, that I don't think so at all. I don't think so at all. It seems weird. I mean, he does mention Jaron being a bit of a shell in here, but I mean, I'm in two minds of that. You know what I mean? I'm not going to say that I actually think that. I'm going to say that I don't. I haven't got my suspicions because I have, that I doubt. But I think you should still know better. You know?
He jumped in the pool, man. He wasn't ready for it, really, to tell you the truth.
Well, that's it. That's it.
It's Bob's fault, dude.
It's
Bob is swimming in that water forever.
That's it. Nah. Well, yeah. Well, Bob's not here to defend himself, isn't he? So
No, he's
one of
not.
them, isn't it? One of them. He should be answering for himself.
He is now. He had to, you know.
Well, that's it. That's it.
Yeah.
Let's go on.
The only reason flat earthers have claimed a midnight sun likely doesn't exist in Antarctica is because of how many clearly fake videos have been made claiming to show a 24-hour sun in the south. it's difficult to find any clearly legitimate videos of the midnight sun in Antarctica, whereas in the Arctic, there are countless clearly genuine videos of the phenomenon. Whether or not there is an Antarctic midnight sun, still water is always level, the horizon is always flat, and there is never any measurable curvature. The Earth remains a level plane regardless of any solar observations.
Yeah.
The motion of a light in the sky overhead cannot possibly prove the shape of the ground underfoot. Besides, there are geocentric flat Earth models like that presented by Lady Blunt and Albert Smith in their book Zetetic Astronomy, which fully account for an Antarctic midnight sun. In their model, the sun follows a northern and southern circuit in such a manner as to allow for a midnight sun phenomenon in both the Arctic and Antarctic. Others have speculated that reflections or projections off a dome firmament could produce a midnight sun effect in the Antarctic, and others still have speculated about a sun simulator technology which can effectively create a second sun. I'm personally quite skeptical that there exists a 24-hour circling sun visible in Antarctica, but regardless of whether there is or not, has no bearing on the shape of the Earth. Over a century ago, when these same claims were brought to the flat earthers of the Universal Zetetic Society in 1904, President Lady Blunt responded, "We have made inquiries from various persons, and we find that the longest day in any place further south than the Tropic of Capricorn increases in length as the latitude increases, or distance south of the observer. It follows, therefore, logically, that if we were to go further and further south, the longest day would keep on increasing until it filled the whole of 24 hours. Then, of course, the midnight sun might be seen. Testimony has now been given that it has been seen, and this testimony has been admitted in zetetic literature, thus proving, speaking generally, that zetetics are willing to learn and admit of known facts. Whether we can explain these facts is another question. But as we have before intimated, that whatever further facts we may find, which are proved to be real facts and not fancies, we shall admit. But while admitting them to be true zetetics, will never give up their primary fact, that the surface of all still water is level, and that the earth, or land portion of the world, therefore, a plane.
Yeah, I agree with him. I wish he hadn't flashed up his Patreon in the end, but yeah. I agree with him.
Yeah. I've watched the presentation on that too, and the circuit between Cancer and Capricorn actually does a circle around the southern rim.
What are you talking about? The north south orbital sun? Is that what they're on? Cyclical sun, and is that the zetetic one you were on about?
Yeah, the zetetic.
Yeah. Well, it's meant to be doing a north south circuit.
Yeah.
Sort of thing.
And
yeah.
It does go far.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
While we're on the subject, did either of you see Sov's Facebook today? Or yesterday?
No,
I'm not on Sov's Facebook.
So, you know that Flat Earth Dave was on Roxanne Barr's podcast.
Yeah, I watched that.
Was it?
Yeah.
Dave West, when was that?
I watched that yesterday, but it's been done a while back. It was on her RB podcast, is what it's called. She just kind of like Alex Jones. She sells gold and supplements and stuff.
Yeah, I saw it on Sov's this morning on Sov's Facebook, and I was like, and in it says Flat Earth Dave, and I was like, it should be called Don't Know Dave.
Or a million times bigger than the globe says it is, Dave. You know what I mean?
Maybe Dave. Yeah.
Hi.
It might be flat.
But no, because when that person was talking, it just reminded me of what I've seen, and I was like, oh, I've got to say. But yeah, I will not be checking it out because I've never watched Dave Wise apart from when we have. And I don't plan on.
I have his app. I have the Flat Earth Clock, Sun and Moon. Yeah, I've had it for a long time.
You know that tracks and tells people where you are?
Yeah, I know. I don't have it on the like where I'm at. like
Good.
the blue dot. Yeah, and I never met anybody when I did have it on. So, like, what am I doing with it? Nothing. So I turned it
Yeah,
off.
no.
Yeah.
See, PJ had it, and somebody asked me if I was on it not that long ago, and I was like, no. And obviously, PJ's like, yeah, no, just stay away from it.
No, there's no point. No point.
You can find videos on his thing that you can't find anywhere else though. It's he does have quite a library on there.
Yeah, no, I'll give it a miss, especially as he doesn't know. Do you know what I mean?
He could have
Yeah,
said yes. That's all I gotta say. He could have been
yeah.
like, "Hey, it's flat," and
I
Nathan
haven't
told him.
been a flat earther for long, and even if somebody asked me, I would say yes.
Mm-hmm. There
So,
you go. Let your
so
yes be yes, and your no be no.
exactly.
That's what it says. James 5:12. Also in Matthew. Do not,
But
do not,
no,
do what is it? Do not swear on anything that is in heaven or on earth, but let your yes be yes, your no be
and you
no.
know, be no. Yep.
And Barry
But yeah.
Ross is in there. Hey Barry.
Yeah,
Hi,
you're right,
Barry.
good man. How you doing? Early for a change, dude. Yeah, I thought I was going to be banned after yesterday. I don't know if you were here yesterday when I got kicked off. I was on at
He
5.
was on. Barry was on Flats's
Oh,
when.
you don't practice. Yeah, you would have heard about it. Yeah.
So if he wasn't on when you got bamboozled,
Yesterday. I thought I was going to be banned for a week, but it was obviously a 24-hour thing because my stream got taken down for CG violation. So I was going to be using Michael Kahn's channel, and I set all the stream up ready to go at 8 this morning. Then I thought, oh, let me try and set up a stream in my own one just to see if it's going back. And it set it up, and I was like, oh, it must have been a 24-hour thing then. So it's all good. It's all good. No,
I did say that last night though, didn't I?
you did. Said
That it could have been, but yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Nathan's reposting some of the old, some of the politics servers, and my super chats are in them. So I listened to like 2 of them last night, and they were like perfect.
Nice.
Yeah, I know. But being a member, you get to listen to stuff like that.
Yeah. Oh, you get to list them.
No, I get to listen to them. Like,
Oh,
they're-
listen to them. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Member channel. Yeah. Got you. Got you.
they're for member only thing.
Yeah,
But he's trimming it out and just having my super chats like the star of the.
Ah, fair play. That's nice.
I know.
If Flats used to do some members only streams, but he hasn't done it in a little while. Every now and again he will do. Yeah. Okay. Like I say, I don't know much about this video. Don't know what it's about. It's just science. It just says about the science of religion. So I don't like being called religious. I'm not religious. You know what I mean? I've got a relationship with Jesus. I've got faith. I don't know about religion. No clue what it's about. And this stream was kind of set up in haste because I thought I was banned. So here's what we got at the minute. So let's try it out.
Merry Christmas. There you go.
Merry Christmas.
Get to unpack this one. All right.
Yeah, unpack it. Right. I'm going to go have it not that way, this way, or this way.
That looks like the World's Fair, dude. That is a World's Fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's have it this way, but let's get rid of my banner. I think it's sometimes easy. As long as I have my banner on now and again, as long as it's declared that Jesus is the living word of God and that Jesus Christ is God, then there you go.
So PJ, you're not a mud flutter, are you?
I'm not a much Yeah, well, I mean, you've got Dave in here where he says if it's not flat, then it's a million times the size of globe. They say it is. Well, I'm just saying if there's no 24-hour sun, then it's a million times flatter than you don't know it is.
All right.
Does that work? I don't know. Here we go. Let's see what this is about. I haven't got a clue. Let's give it a go.
I just finished a video and the thumbnail, and immediately I'm jumping back in. It's like anything in life. If you don't keep up with it,
Pete.
you risk halting.
Yep.
Hey, this is John Levy. I subscribe to him. I've seen this video.
Okay. This is science of
It's a good video, dude.
Okay, cool.
John, I like John. Yeah.
Nice. Oh, there's Vicky again. Hey, babe.
It kicked me out.
It does when you're on a phone, but it does that a lot when you're on phones. Even on a computer, it kicks you out. Don't worry about it. It's not personal. It's not personal.
I roboted and then it booted me out.
Yeah, it must have been your signal. Then. Must have been your signal.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Right, let's go on. Let's see what's here.
The flow. And it's similar to anything, yoga or qigong, any practice. And this is a practice for me. It's an art and is fueled through inspiration. And right now I just looked at a photo. And where the hell is this photo, you might ask? This is the mothership, or the mother church. That's it.
Let me just get the link for this so you guys can subscribe if need be. Have I still got this?
I reviewed this I watched this 4 days ago.
Okay, cool. I've had it. Yeah, John Lee, you're right. Science of Religion. Yeah, 5 days ago it came out. So yeah, probably right. So I thought I had it for a few weeks, but obviously no. It's another one I've had for a few weeks. Yeah, link. Share and copy and get rid of you and hello.
I like his dog. He's always with him when he goes out and does research.
That's linked to this video, guys. If you want to subscribe, like say, I mean, I'd heard the name, but I hadn't seen the video. I'm not very much acquainted with Joe. Definitely had the name, but I'm not much acquainted with it.
I sent you one of his videos earlier on Facebook a while back.
Oh, did you? I haven't seen it. I haven't had a look at it yet. I haven't had a look at it. I mean, I've read messages, obviously, but I didn't have a look at any links at the minute. Yeah, okay, let's carry on. You say it's good, so let's see what he's saying.
He's a flat earther, so.
Cool. It's a good start.
It is.
Hey, Luke, how you doing, man?
Luke.
Hello.
You good?
Hi. I'm
Hi,
doing good.
Luca.
Oh, it's
His name is
Vicky.
Luca.
Yeah, no.
Vicky has own. Where's she? Where's Vicky right now?
Where is she?
My house.
She's right next to you.
Yeah, I know. I know, but she's usually with you.
I know.
No, not always.
No.
We don't live together.
Oh,
She's
you don't?
at home at the minute.
No, I live in a different county to PJ.
Ah.
So, no, I'm at home.
Have you talked about moving in together?
We already we lived together for a year. But circumstances, we had to get places, circumstances, just homelessness basically kind of not split us up as a couple, but split us up as living together. Then we had to get separate places. But yeah, we will live together again. But I go to house for a few weeks. She comes to mine for a few weeks, that kind of thing at the minute.
Very nice, yeah.
Sort of thing. So we've already did the Eric Debay Flat Earth video. Now we're on to the science of religion.
The science of religion.
Yes.
It's John
Those
Levy.
two don't really go together, do they?
Not really. Well, science and religion. Well, I don't like to be called religious, so science allegedly comes out of religion. Not science, but sorry, not science. I meant heliocentrism comes out of religion, not science, because that's definitely not science. Heliocentrism.
Yeah.
But,
yes, it is.
no, it's not.
Hey,
Okay.
Luca, where do you think the scientific method came from?
Mr.
came from-
Super. Sorry.
It came from Christianity, dude. It's a school of philosophy, and they developed a scientific method.
Okay.
So science and religion go hand in hand, dude.
Mm-hmm.
And
Well, you can be a scientist, but also be into religion.
yes, well, Christianity and even Islam, they helped develop the scientific method over time. Yeah, religion was there first.
Yeah,
They developed science. Yeah.
Like Mr. Super Sidewinder said, by the way, hello, Mr. Super Sidewinder. Yeah, it did work out. I was obviously just a 24-hour ban. I thought it might have been a week, but must have been a 24-hour thing. I got it all ready to go out, and Michael's channel as well this morning. Everything all ready to go out. I had it set up, and then I just tried setting up a stream, and it worked. So cancelled all of one, going out to Michael's, and got this set up for this afternoon. So yeah,
it's good to see you're back
Absolutely, man.
earlier.
Yeah.
Than, you're back early, so that's good.
I was listening to Mr. Super this morning. Mr.
Okay.
Super Sidewinder.
Oh, was you live this morning?
No, it was one of his newer videos.
Oh,
And I
okay.
had it on while I was walking about in the house.
Ah. But Roger got kicked out as well. He's
No,
back.
I'm back. I don't know how that happened, dude.
It don't
It
like
just
us
happens.
today, Rog.
No,
It just happens when you're on the phone. It sometimes happens when you're on the blooming computer.
And Luke, this guy we're watching, I've been watching him for like 4 years or so. So he's pretty good. His name's John Levy, and he
Yeah.
reviews old world history.
Yeah.
He's a flat earther too. So
Oh,
just to let you know.
In the modern day, science is a religion, as what the Super Sidewinder said.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like Scientology is a
like
religion.
Scientology, that type of thing. Or scientism. Scientism.
Yeah, it does. As long as you get the, as long as you get the evidence, it doesn't matter who you are. You could be a serial killer and still, and
That's
still
quite a
get
comparison.
as much evidence.
Please do
As
not
long
become
as
a
what you
serial killer.
say is backed up with evidence, it doesn't matter what you say. Really, it doesn't matter what you've done. I mean, yeah, you'll be in jail, but still, yeah, you get my point, right?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it
I
doesn't
do,
matter
but
who
can
you
I
are,
just
as long
say,
as what you say has evidence behind it.
I just say, don't become a serial killer. It's
Yeah,
not.
don't do that.
No.
I'm not into. Yeah, don't do that.
And be careful
Using it
waving
as
your
an
fingers
example.
around.
Yeah, be careful waving your fingers in front of your webcam, and people might think it's a knife.
Yeah. I shouldn't have said that. Sorry.
It's all right.
Right, we're going to play this.
I mean, if I asked you, where is the mother church? Church is an important designation. All of these similar structures have been fragmented through history. I mean, the same style buildings that are Capitol domes, even the Vatican in Rome. It's just like a
Completely off topic. You don't see them building these buildings like this anymore, do you?
No, you don't. That's
Never.
what he points out too.
Right,
And it
busy.
just
What do you mean? The Taj Mahal is built like that?
Did you see
Go
the
ahead.
Taj Mahal? Yeah, but when was that built?
Yeah,
I'm
been a
not
long
sure.
time, dude. Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. I said you don't see buildings like that built anymore.
Oh.
You still see them, yes, obviously, because they've been built for a long time. But I mean, you don't see architects building, or designing buildings like that to be built by the constructors. You know what I mean?
The Taj Mahal was built in the 1600s.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fair well.
Never mind that.
Yeah.
There you go.
But yeah,
No.
okay, it'll be good if it brings that up. Because on the thumbnail, it does say something about reset. But it's only a 20-minute video, so let's get stuck in.
state capitol building, really.
Shout stop if you need to talk.
Okay.
Just a bunch of frills. But if I asked you, where is the mother church? You would say, what? The mother what? Oh yes, the mother church. I've talked about it years
Sergio, good to see you, bro. Good to see you, man.
Hi,
ago. But at this
Sergio.
point, when I
Sorry, go on, Vicky. Go on, babe.
Am I there?
Yeah, what
Hi,
did you say?
Sergio.
Oh, you were just saying hi. Sorry.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
put it quickly.
come
Back to
across
the mother
something
church.
again, it's equally as fascinating as it was the first day I saw it. So this is really weird, but it's not weird. But it would be, if you didn't know what we knew. I mean, this thing looks like it's in Europe, and I think initially they took the best of these domed Capitol-style buildings and designated them as government buildings. And in fact, sometimes I think that they drew new boundaries to states and countries based on these buildings. Now, if you have 50 of these buildings scattered across America, more realistically, hundreds or even thousands, you're going to have to write a history for these. And an easy one is to make 50 of them state capitals. Again, if you're in another country like Rome, you could get away with anything. It could be the Vatican, as we discussed a minute ago, or it could be anything at all. But in America, with a much tighter time.
Actually, let's get rid of our avatars while this is on, because it does block out a little bit. But we can still, even though you can't see each other, you can still talk. Yeah?
Yeah.
So
Okay.
get rid of our avatars for now. Just
Yeah,
so.
hold on before you start. I'm gonna give you.
Yeah. You go on now. I was going to say if I had anything to say, because there was a few things there. Go on.
Yeah, well, John Levy, what he does, he goes to what they call hags here. They're
Yeah.
like record buildings, and he researches when these buildings were built, and he goes back to the history of the architects and everything, and he figured out that most of these buildings were built before they're told they were built.
Before they say they're built, yeah.
Yeah. They just refurbished them and made them into something else.
Yeah. That's it. We do see them making funny shaped buildings and modern, conventional, unconventional buildings. You know what I mean? But you don't see them like this kind of intricacy, this kind of artwork, the size of the doors, the massive doors and stuff like that. No human would. Yes, no human would be able. They have to build little doors into the big doors for people to be able to go through them. You know what I mean?
And a lot of these things were built during like world fairs. They were built internationally by all the nations, and then they repurposed them for Capitol buildings and the such after the fact.
Aye. Absolutely.
Timeline, you're going to have to be more careful. So all government functions will take over the best initially. Next will be religious, Catholic Church, all religions. In the case with Utah, I believe religions would even be created to facilitate this rewriting of history. And in the case with this building, it's very similar.
Yeah,
Mormons.
of history, absolutely. Rewriting of history, exactly what we think. Because there is things in history that I do believe are true, absolutely. The basic outlines of baby battles and stuff are true, but there's a lot of stuff that is certainly not. You know.
No, it's made up, dude. Yeah.
Of course. I mean, look at some of these buildings that have got, like, they've got windows underneath the pavements. I mean, why would you have a window underneath the pavement? Because
there's
maybe
more buildings down below.
Yes, maybe it was above ground at one point. You know.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Madness. A religion would have to be created, and this is one of the weirdest religions. And of course they would get weird. There's another purpose. There's probably many purposes these religions are serving. This one is the Church of Science. Christian Science Church. Really reaching here. I think I read the first chapter of
Christian Science Church.
Yeah, that's the name of it.
Yeah.
Literally. Yeah.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? I was trying to think. Is that the actual name? Christian Science Church. It is, isn't it?
It is. And Brian's in the house.
Hey, Brian. Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Yeah, Brian, yesterday's stream, after you went off, got taken down because of the knives. There was knives showing, so it got taken down. So I ended up putting it out as I had to clip out the knife bits. I got a 24-hour ban. I only just managed to go live today. I was going to go live off Michael Cairns, but it managed to let me back on. So I must have had a 24-hour ban. I didn't get a strike, but they took down the stream, and then I clipped it out, and it's no longer live. It's up there. I put it up as a premiere, so it's up as a video now. But basically, it's just a talk with you, Brian, because the rest of it had knives and that in it, so I had to take it out. It's a pain in the butt. It's just ridiculous. But yeah, good to see you, man. Good to see you. Yeah, that's what I was saying. So it was Christian Science Church. Yeah, that was the actual name of it. I was just checking that. That's what I was checking with you. See if you knew that.
The Science Church's book over 20 years ago now. I didn't like it. I didn't like the author's demeanor. So where are we? We'll get to that in a minute. Thank you for being here this week.
I just seen that getting all blurred over. I'm like, what? Is this YouTube blurring my bloody channel? And it's not. It was his own video. He must have blogged over it for some reason.
He had to for copyright.
That's what it is. Got you.
I like his intro though. Watch it. You'll see it.
Aye.
I love you all. God bless and welcome. So where in the hell are we? We see this horse and sports wagon really moving at a nice trot, maybe 10 or 15 miles an hour. We see this absolutely beautiful.
But where's the people? I mean, yes, there's one guy there.
Yeah, I know.
There's one guy there, but there's nobody in this town at all. I mean, look at the size of these buildings. There's a guy in a horse and cart, so I'm presuming it's in business hours through the day in a town or a city, whatever it is. I don't know where it is exactly. I can't remember. But there's nobody about. Now I know the population's allegedly being increasing, but it wasn't that bad a couple of 100 years ago, you know. So yeah, what happened to these photographs of the people? There's lots of these photographs that have got no people in them at all. And sometimes
just a photo moment.
Yeah, and sometimes the roads just look like it's dirt that's been raked out, leveled, and there's nobody around. It's like it's been set up. It's like it's a scene, you know.
It is. Yeah.
These are like,
look at it.
of course.
Building right here, the over-the-top detail. I mean, why isn't this man's sports model wagon equally as nice as this building? This thing looks like a soapbox derby car. I mean, really as crude as could be. Not even one noteworthy.
It is a bit rudimental considering what these surroundings, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is a bit rudimental.
It's strange, actually, if you look at it.
Of course. Look at that. Look at to the left of that horse. Is that a tripod with meant to be like some kind of camera or theodolite? It wouldn't be a theodolite back then, but some kind of thing like that. You know what I mean? Did you see the tripod though? Or I'm on about to the left of the horse. Yeah.
Right below the horse. Yeah. Right below.
I'm just wondering if it was something was left in as part of the scenery.
Yeah.
Element of beauty, point out.
Sorry, Rog.
Luca, what do you?
Well, what's up?
Or not? Do you like the video? Or are you watching? You like this video?
It's meh.
Meh. It's got to be flat Earth for him.
Meh.
He loves flat Earth. Okay. Even though he won't admit to being one. You know what I mean?
This is a flat earther making the video.
Vessel of trust.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the guy's making it is a flat Earth, yeah. Right.
You're just digging into history, dude. That's what this is.
That's
the story.
Just to show you what is lots of stuff lied about. Lots of stuff have been deceived about. It's been made up and manipulated a lot. You know.
I like war history, I guess.
Okay, we could do one of them one day actually, because that'd be pretty cool. That'd be pretty cool. A war history one. That would actually be pretty cool. I don't know. A Second World War stream, a First World War stream would be quite good because everybody knows about the Second World War, but not a lot of people know about the Great War. You know what I mean? They know about it. There's more spoken about when it comes to the Nazi regime with the Second World War.
Well, you could do it. My grandfather fought in World War II. He was at Bataan. You could do a show on that.
Aye.
Oh, hello.
How are we doing, Sovereign?
What's up, guys?
Hello, Dave.
Hey, Sovereign.
No.
I've been blocked from your Restream thing.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
He did it.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. It was going to be a surprise to Mooch.
Okay. So So, like, can I be unblocked?
No.
Oh, okay.
He's got a right to say that, Luch. I mean,
Yeah,
It's this channel.
you were given so many opportunities to admit the truth, and you couldn't. You know.
I told you why. I told you why. I know your game. I don't believe your little act, and I know what you're doing. So, no, I'm not going to have you come up, ask the same stupid ass questions, get the same answers every time that have nothing to do with the topic of what we're talking about, because you just want to come on there and disrupt the stream. So I'm not going to have it. Good luck at your endeavors elsewhere, but not at my house.
All right.
That's fair enough, Luch. You can't say anything against that. I mean, look, you were banned from Flatz's. You were so persistent that he let you back, and you've kind of behaved yourself, but you still derail shows. You do it, and you say when it gets mentioned to you, you're like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I'm no sorry. Let's carry on." 2 seconds. You either write something in private chat, or you'll say something along the same line 10 seconds later. You know,
that was your final straw right there, Luca, when you put nasty shit about Keith up in the chat. I saw it, and that's all it took. Bye. See you later, Gator.
I didn't say anything about
the bullshit. You didn't. If you hadn't, you wouldn't be blocked right now. Okay.
What did I say about?
I'm not. The past is the past, Luca.
Mm-hmm.
You can't unstep in shit.
Yeah. And you did say a few things, Luch. I remember you said it about me and Vicky as well when you were in Jaren's stream. When you were in Jaren's chat.
I apologize for that.
Well, you did. I know say, right?
I know
the
you
other
did.
day when we were doing the Josh Mundy and Jesus Freak Computer Geek Dave's video, not just Luca was taking it sideways, but I can tell you now I nearly cried because I've been looking forward to reviewing that video that I didn't watch it on Josh's channel purely so we could do it. And everybody, not everybody, but people screwed it up so that there weren't no point in doing it.
Yeah.
And then I don't have patience to do it. Like people need to be muted. I'm sorry. At points in videos, you need to mute people because I am sick of people interrupting each other, talking over each other.
I know.
And taking a show and turning it completely bloody on its arse.
I know, babe. 2 secs though. I interrupt you, but I want to say hello, Harry. Yo, Harry, how you doing, man? It's good to see you. Are you
Hi, Harry.
Watching? Oh, you're watching from work. Oh, good, man. Yeah, give me a phone sometime. We need to talk about your thing. The email thing you spoke about the other week. It's all good. You can carry on the way you are. But I've only had one email about it. But you know what I'm talking about, the phone thing. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, good to see you, Harry, man. Good to see you. Took a little minute off to say hello. You know what I mean? How you feeling, Sob? You sound like you're coughing a lot.
Oh, I just got up, had the first bong hit of the day here.
Oh, is that what it is?
But
you got to kick that.
No, we had that same tactic being used the other night. I was on Nachikita did an after show after having Dave Weiss on. And I was on there, and who comes on there? Paul Unslaved. And literally basically said, "This is boring. Why don't you talk about these issues that I think are important that have nothing to do with the topic you have?" I mean, that was basically what he said. And I was like, what in the fuck are you even doing here, man?
Did you tell him to go get his own show?
He has his own show. Problem is, he's such a creep. He runs everybody off, so nobody wants to watch him. So he has to come over and be obnoxious on other people's channels. I don't even let him up on my panel. I'm like, psh, no, ain't got nothing to do with you, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, you might have the best information in the world, but your personality is that of a turd, and I don't want to hang around turds. You know.
I don't blame you, Dave.
There you go. Brian says, my Uncle Dave is on. Yes, Sovereign. I did an early one yesterday, probably as you were finishing. I was probably waking up as you were finishing, so it's like 5 a.m. for me, and I did a 5 a.m. show. Brian came on, we had a good chat. We was looking at it. It was because I was doing about London knife crime, and it was a Tyler Oliveira video. So because that got brought up, we went back to the video of Brian talking to Tyler at the Flattoberfest. So he ended up coming on. Ryan ended up coming on, but after he left, he was on for about an hour. After he left, I just showed, because it was about knives in London and that. I showed on camera what we're allowed in the UK, and then Ryan showed a bigger knife, and then Roger showed a bigger knife. I got the stream taken down just for that, and then I got it taken down, and then I couldn't stream the rest of the day, so I thought I was banned for a week. They didn't give me a strike, they didn't give me a warning, but I couldn't stream for the rest of the day. But the example, they told me what it was about, and I checked it. And one of the examples they gave me, I'm actually just gesticulating. I'm doing this with my hands, and it looks like I'm striking, like slashing someone with my finger. But that's the example they gave me when there was actual knives further on in the video, and there was no knife in my hand at that point. And we hadn't even spoke about a knife at this point.
Yeah, they're selective. They're selective as all hell. Like, for instance, that Ryan did a stream the other night, the Satanic Experiment, and he was talking about this Duffy guy and his connections and everything, right? So it finally, after a couple of days, got taken down for medical misinformation.
Wow.
But nobody's touched the restream on my channel.
Wow.
So what's going on is there's certain players out there that when they report, they get listened to. And I believe somebody connected with Duffy reported that and got it taken down. Absolutely, man. This guy's dirtier and dirtier and dirtier the more we look at him.
Well, I think I talked to him yesterday. I called the church, see if they were having service, and I went to a cell phone, and a guy with a similar voice to Duffy's answered the phone, and he told me that they said they had no services on the 4th of July, and I'm like, okay, so I didn't go down. I'll try next week.
Oh man, there was a pretty interesting comment that was left on Ryan's. I think it was on Ryan's stream. I screenshotted it, and let me see if I still have that. I think I do. Yeah, here it is. Let me bring this up over here so I can make it bigger. All right, I think you'll be able to see that. Let me do the old share thing real quick. See that? There it goes. So this was from somebody named user EP1DW. I don't know, right? I live 3 blocks south of Agape Church. Went there early morning. No one answered, but cars were in the front. Then I opened the door, walked down a long hallway past the sermon area, and in the coffee room, 4 dudes were having a heated conversation about something. Then a dog started barking, and I heard chairs slide. The guys talking got up and asked me how I got in there. I said, I need a pamphlet for the service. I'm part of the community. The dude laughed, said, did the flat earthers send you? I shook my head and walked real fast, and they started laughing and giggling. I had a creepy feeling, ran home, man, and I know I recognized the guy talking to me. It looked like Duffy, but he was clean shaven. It was Jake the a-hole, 1,000,000%. What's he doing there? Someone told me that maybe Duffy is Jake. They are one and the same, in my opinion. Brother, that's not a church. That's a front for something. I wish I could tell you more, my dude.
Telling you.
That's weird.
Telling you.
That makes me not want to go.
That's crazy. It's crazy, isn't it? There's definitely something dodgy going on.
Oh, that's one of those one of the horse and buggy people that built that grand architecture right there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
This John Levy is what we're watching.
Yeah. Science says science. It was it religion. Science of religion is what it was called. I hadn't watched it in 5 days. I didn't even have a clue. I'd heard the name. Roger reminded me who he was. I didn't even know he was a flat earther until Roger says, "Oh, I've seen this." I'm like, "Oh, well, I saved it like 5 days ago or something like that." Didn't even realize who it was. Just thought, just went by the name. And because I was in a hurry to get the show on, because I thought I was banned and all that, I just thought, right, what will I do? Grab this one. And Roger says it's a decent video, so yeah, we'll go for it. We'll go for it. See what else is being said.
Brian says it's not the same guy. They do have a striking resemblance. I have to agree. I've got a side by side of the two.
I've seen them both. Yeah, Jake was around when we first got started.
Oh yeah, he's given some. Yeah, he's kind of vitriol toward these guys, and I don't blame him. I get sick of their shit too.
Of course, there's a similarity between them, definitely.
He's a bass player in a band. That's what he did originally. So.
But he did come out and say like he tricked all us flat earthers into him believing.
Oh yeah.
Us believing he was a flat earther. Yeah. Yes.
I do my thing. If people want to come along and collaborate or whatever, that's fine. However, keep in mind, I am an independent operator, man. I love to collaborate with other creators and stuff, but I am not them. You know, I mean, the closest I get to being really tight is like THC came here over the weekend, stayed and hung out. We had a good time. Excellent. You know, but it's like you do your show, I do mine. Now it's like I'm now part of a mystery NASA Theater 420 show that we're doing on Jaronism. There's people that don't like Jaron, you know. I haven't got a problem with Jaron. You know, I talk to him. I don't always agree with everything he says. I don't agree with all of his actions. However, I don't have to, you know, because I'm me.
Of course.
I'm just me.
Exactly.
Yeah. Of course.
Absolutely. I watched your Mystery Science Theater there. It was pretty funny.
Yeah, it's pretty good. We got a couple little tweaks. How'd you like who our special guest was?
I can't remember. Who was
it was Pee Wee Herman.
Okay.
Wow.
Of course, you're in a theater. You got to have Paul Rubens
somebody else
up.
on. Yeah. Yeah.
So we're going to be doing like that. Whoever did that's going to be winning a hat. Whoever guessed that, the winner of that's going to be winning a hat. So we're going to be having that going on. And it's pretty cool. I mean, that first documentary we looked at, that was a NASA documentary from 1965. That's the year I was born. And wow, is it really something? You can see they were practicing with that. And basically the whole movie, if there was no sound, you'd be like going, why is anybody watching this? And all it was building up excitement until they finally got some data that came back from the Mariner. And here's what's funny, man. These people are looking at binary code, and I don't know if they had like autistics or idiot savants or something like that, but they're up there. These kids can read this code and they know what shade it means, and they're coloring on this data sheet. Wow. And then they somehow transferred that over to film and got the first photograph of Mars. And I'm like, oh my God, this is people were buying this shit back then, man. Come on. Yeah. They still are. All you got to do is show a bunch of nerds getting all excited and worried about stuff and shit, and then get congratulatory. And boy, everybody's like, wow, look what we did.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
The part I watched on there was you guys were reviewing the Voyager.
Oh, yeah. Voyager, that was a big deal, man. That was a big deal. They made a big propaganda thing about that. And even the very first Star Trek movie, Star Trek the Motion Picture, revolved around Voyager came back, but it had merged with alien technology, and it thought its name was V'ger because the O and the Y on its name were smudged by space smudge or some shit, you know. And I'm like, oh, come on.
I think I made a joke about that. Yeah. Hey guys, Jeff Conco's in the chat. This is his link. He's been reading out Enoch live on his streams. He did one last night, and this is his latest reading on Enoch. Voice like caramel. Go watch him, guys. It's brilliant, and it's Enoch. Go see it. Go listen. It's excellent. Oh, here he is. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to tell Brian says he loves. Brian says he loves Star Trek and the original Star Trek in the first 5 movies. We used to play this game in a restaurant that I worked at, and it was like if somebody said Shatner to you, you had to for like 2 minutes act everything you do like William Shatner.
So you have to pause.
Every word is its
between
own sentence.
every
Go.
sentence.
Oh my God, yeah. A friend of mine, he's dead now. He was a waiter. He was funny as hell. I'd do that to him on his way to a table before he was greeting him like that, and he would come up and go, "Good evening. Tonight we have broiled lobster on the grill." You know, and he would do the shit and kind of like move around like Shatner was. I'd be over there rolling my ass off, but it was just the game. We'd go Shatner, and the guy'd have to do it for 2 minutes.
So Dave, how often are you going to be doing the 420 thing on Jaren's?
That's going to be once a week, as I understand it. I think it's going to start at a different time this next time. I don't know. I got really, really stoned before the show. That's part of the requirement to be on the show, I think. But yeah, though, I don't think. I think it's what this last time it started. It was an hour later is when it started than what it was supposed to, because we were working out some technical stuff. I mean, putting us down there in the theater and having the smoke and the background and all that shit, man, I don't know how they do that, but that was a lot of work. You know, my part was just kind of like being there, you know. So.
I didn't know you didn't wear a hat, Dave.
Oh, I'm not. Yeah, like I said, I just got up a little bit ago, man. It's like the hat is forthcoming soon.
Yeah, I liked the old Star Trek as well, Brian. It was brilliant. I liked it. It's the newer stuff. It's rubbish. The old series Star Trek, the movies, and maybe some of the Next Generation. After that, I think it's crap. After that, especially newer stuff, everything's the latest Star Trek. I think it was called Discovery. They actually had an episode where they're all singing and dancing, having a musical in it. And like, Star Trek ain't about musicals. It's
So
same as
gay.
Same as Doctor Who. It's all woke and stuff. They're having musicals and stuff in Doctor Who. I'm like, what the hell is going on, man?
Well, years and years and years later, I found out that George Takei, Ensign Sulu or whatever, he was that he was a homosexual, right? Yeah. I found that out much later in life. And I can remember an episode where he was overtaken by some alien entity or something, or some sickness, and he was acting like some kind of a swashbuckler with no shirt and a sword, going after people on the Enterprise. And I just remember that episode bothering me. I was like, I wish he would not act like that. Why is he dancing around all gay like that? And then later, I'm like, oh, that's why. Okay.
I remember him being on the game show Mr. and Mrs. with his partner. He was on Mr. and Mrs. with his partner. So I don't know if they changed it to Mr. and Mr. for that night, but I don't know.
God.
Wow, it's crazy.
I just jumped on just to say hi and everything, and thanks for watching the stream, guys.
No problem, dude. I didn't catch it live. I didn't catch it live, but I watched it.
Yeah, no, it was you were sleeping.
If he wasn't though, apparently she told me she got it live.
Did
was
Luca
2:30 in
get
the morning.
kicked out?
What's that?
Luca got kicked out. No, I wasn't Luca.
No, Vicky.
No,
Vicky.
it was me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Emilios Man says Deep Space Nine was the best Star Trek series by far. If anybody watched that and they didn't equate the Ferengi with a certain tribe of people, you haven't been paying attention.
Of course, dude. Of course, I know exactly. Wow.
Don't name drop or anything.
That'd be 1% of the world with it.
Yeah, right. I mean, their whole honor system was based on screwing each other over.
Yeah.
It was.
Absolutely.
Right. They'd be mad for getting screwed over, but in total awe for how it was done, and give honor for that,
Too right. Right.
Well, God bless everyone.
Oh, nice one, Jeff. Man.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's Jeff's link up there, guys, for his latest Enoch reading. Go watch it. Yeah, let's watch a bit of this video. Let's go for it.
You can see perhaps his daughter, and he really looks astonished at what he's seeing, taking his eyes off the road for a minute, and I would too. This thing is sick. What is this? On the right side here,
I'm sorry, but I know I said it already, but that certainly does look like a tripod. It's got to be a tripod. It's like a setup. It all looks staged, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
Yes, babe.
I'm just gonna be in YouTube chat because my phone keeps messing up. It keeps roboting for me.
Okay, babe. Okay, no problem. You all right?
So I will be in YouTube chat. Okay.
All right. Love you.
All right.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye.
Later, Vicky.
Bye.
You rock.
Bye. You rock.
Bye.
Bye.
Mhm.
Bye.
No, you rock.
see what looks like a type of church, but this? Where are we? God, where are we? Is there any clue? This could be anywhere in this time period.
I am not
Some
good
of you
with
will already
geography.
know.
Sorry, Luke.
I am not good with geography.
Say it again.
I am not good with geography.
Luke?
Oh, geography. Okay, got you.
Well, that's because you think you live on a ball. Kind of makes things a little difficult.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't know
Yeah,
unless it was a significant landmark. I wouldn't know where it was.
There you go.
This
All right.
is in Boston, America, Massachusetts.
There you go. Boston.
Okay. Well, there you go.
There you go. Yeah. Now you know where you are.
Brian in the woods.
That's
But
in
why
Massachusetts.
do you
That's in
think-
Massachusetts, Luca. That's in northeastern United States.
Okay. So why do you think the photo looks fake?
The photo doesn't. Doesn't look fake. It looks set up.
out of place, dude.
It looks edited.
Yes.
They washed out the sky.
Yeah. I mean, the ground it looks all raked up and flat. It doesn't look like a natural road. Yes, it's in black and white, but it's all sandy. This is in the time when they've got roads and stuff like that. It just looks all too, and there's nobody there at all in a busy town. Well, it should be busy with them size of buildings and all that kind of stuff. It just doesn't. It just looks like it's been put there. You know what I mean?
Can I see the photo again?
Yeah, of course. I'll let you go back.
Go back.
Go
Go
for
back
it.
a few seconds here.
And the architecture of that building does not fit the rest of it.
I'm gonna take a photo of this and see what I can find out about it.
Go on then.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen
Okay.
the sky look like
Carry
that,
on.
Luca?
All right.
I'll go look up details about it.
All right. Cool.
If
Cool.
it
He's
was
showing them right there.
Edison.
There's the details. You can take a picture of that.
Details there if you want to take them.
The mother church.
Yeah.
Notice
Done.
the feminine.
Okay.
Notice the feminine
Thank you.
architecture. Notice the feminine architecture of a dome structure rather than a steeple.
Yep.
There's not a phallic steeple. There's the dome, which is representative of the feminine.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like a breast.
Talked about that before. Absolutely.
Massachusetts, one of Boston's largest privately owned spaces accessible to the public. The Mother Church is the centerpiece of the Christian Science Plaza.
AI or AI Google probably, Brian. You'll definitely ask one of them.
yeah.
Chat GPT, sorry. You'll ask one of them.
Christian Science Plaza? Yes. So the First Church of Christ. Scientist. Stupid. I mean, forgive me if this is your religion, but it just seems pretty conflicting. Science and religion all in one. The truth is, this is kind of reality. I mean, most people place more stock in science today than religion. And when you see how oppressive religion has been historically,
Well, they do. But I mean, I don't, and it's not, well, it's what they call science today. It's not blooming science, is it?
No.
And it's just ridiculous. And it's a whole religion on its own. But yeah, I mean, science and not religion, but faith, whatever your relationship should work hand in hand, but they don't because it's their bastardization of science. Big pseudo-
Well, they make up stories wear glasses and a pocket protector and scream science along with it, and the idiots just go, "Oh, it's science. Look at it. He's obviously a nerd," So
So, it is a strange name of the first church, the first Christ of the first church. Wow, the first Church of Christ, scientist. It's a weird name. Like, it is a weird name.
Yeah, that's what he's saying.
I'm starting to wonder because there's all these places call themselves the first church, and I'm like, no, I'm gonna call you on that. I don't think so. Just the architecture suggests that you're probably like in the thousands by now. The very first church. No, I don't think so. We got a bank. We got a bank over in Culpeper that's at least honest. They call themselves the Second National Bank.
Well, the first one's already taken.
At least they're being honest about that. Whether they're honest about anything else, I don't know.
That's the only thing they're honest about.
Yeah.
They're bankers, man. What do you expect?
That's what gets me right off the bat. It's like, Duffy, banker, what? Pastor, banker, what? Are you telling me that you're a Christian pastor who got rich through the act of usury, even though your customers got screwed? Wow. Okay.
How Christ-like.
I don't think Will Duffy did that.
Did you not see the lawsuits?
Did he have lawsuits against
Oh
him?
my God, yes.
He still does, dude.
It still does. He's supposed to go the 10th. He's supposed to go here to court. Let me see if I can pull that up. Let me see here.
When were they filed against him?
This latest one was on the 11th of June. Here we go. I got it. Second.
I know. How about that?
Coming up.
That's recent.
Mm-hmm.
So, just show you this real quick, if PJ wants to bring that up. This is from Broker Check, and there's Will Duffy, right? There's his CRD number, everything. He's a previously registered broker, blah, blah, blah. You go here under this yellow box, disclosures, and we can see there's already 2 that have been settled, one from 2021.
Wow. Are you sure this is the same Will Duffy?
Yeah, this is him, man. This is his company. Everything. All right, so this one was for unsuitable investments and breach of fiduciary duty. He settled for $10,100. Okay. So then this other one he settled was for negligence, professional negligence, violations of law, unsuitable recommendations, breach of contract, breach of fiduciary duty, breach of security laws and regulations. And he settled for $225,000. Now, this guy's going to just say, yeah, I'm going to put out 6 digits so we can do this final experiment. Yeah, okay. So here's another, and then here's one that's pending from April of this year. Breach of written contract, breach of fiduciary duty, failure to supervise, negligence and gross negligence, misrepresentations and omissions, violation of FINRA rules, violation of federal securities laws. That could be pound me in the butt prison time. Violation of California and Colorado Securities Acts, violation of the Investment Advisors Act of 1948. So that's bad. That's pending. 6.
Are these lawsuits against him or for him?
Yes.
Again.
Yes. Now
Okay.
this gets worse. June the 6th. Violations of federal securities laws, violations of Colorado Security Act, breach of contract, common law fraud, breach of fiduciary duty, negligence, and gross negligence, and they're requesting $135,000. And the latest one, unsuitable investments, violation of federal security laws, fraud in offer of sale of securities, fraud in connection with purchase of sale of securities, violation of Colorado Securities Act, violation of the California Securities Act, California unfair, unlawful, and fraudulent business practices, misrepresentation and omissions of material fact, breach of contract, common law fraud, breach of fiduciary duty, negligence, and gross negligence, and they're asking for $360,000. But the most important thing on Will Duffy's plate right now is to take some flat earthers and some globers and find out if the earth is indeed a flat or globe.
Yeah.
Not
That's
preparing
what
for court.
confuses me, because that's what makes me think that this is not the same Will Duffy. Because
It is the same Will Duffy. That's his
how do you
company
know?
name. Look, that's his company name. That's his CRD number. Okay. There's only one. Okay. Each person, they don't have duplicate CRD numbers. They don't have duplicate corporation registrations and shit like that. That doesn't
Did
happen.
he say that was his CRD number?
It's on the fucking document, Luke. Look. You can look this up
Trust
yourself.
me.
Look here. Hold on a second. I'll put it back up there.
Okay.
Yeah,
There
I
it
got one
is.
word for you: embezzlement, dude. That's what it looks like to me. He's ripping people off. He got caught.
So, with the encroachment, just theory time now, with the encroachment and rapid growth of people that are coming to the idea that the Earth is not a spinning ball in space, I think it's awfully funny that all of a sudden here in 2024, this is going to be the coup de grace. Even though we've had people down in Antarctica now for the better part of a century. Okay, this thing here that he happened to come up with, and now just by chance, holy shit, Neil deGrasse Tyson is going, and William Shatner is going, and now Tim Pool's going to have Alex Stein go. What is going on, people? Now, I've often said I think these guys are in trouble for some shit, and they got something hanging over their head, and they're forced into doing these things like having YouTube channels and final experiments and such. You mean to tell me that with all this on your plate, the biggest thing in your life right now is to send some people on your dime down to the freaking Antarctica? Get out of here.
He's trying to keep his ass out of jail is what he's doing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Babe, Vicky, no, I didn't give him a spanner. I didn't know him. When he first came in. I see he was talking to Brian and all that. So yeah, people obviously know him. But he's gone for now. I'm not going to give him a spanner while he's gone. But he says he'll come back. When he comes back, I'll give him a spanner then, so he knows he's got it. You know what I mean? Simple as that. If we're not finished by then. If not, then I'll give him a spanner when he comes back next time. No problem. But I didn't know him to start off with, so that's why I didn't. Simple. But it's mad that you like to take things on face value, Luke, Sham, when it comes to globe stuff and all that. And it's not even a good face value, but when it comes to like a little bit of evidence like that, it's like, you sure that's him? Or you just kind of hung him, you know? You want to get into the depths of that, but when it comes to globe stuff, it's just like, oh yeah, of course, face value. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. I was during my stream the other night, Dave Weiss popped up on my show. He was in the chat. He popped up on the show and he gave this information. I bookmarked it.
Okay, cool.
We were showing that. No, this is him, and I think PJ's right, Luca. I mean, if you were that discerning about the information that you think supports your globe, as you are with this, well, it might be there could be two Will Duffys, and there could be this is blah 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 blah.
In
blah,
my opinion, it's unlikely. It's the same Will Duffy.
You think it's unlikely, huh? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you're entitled to believe that if you want to, that there just happens to be somebody else named Will Duffy that just happens to have the same investment company, that just happens to have the same CRD number. Because after all, who wouldn't believe that smile and that kind look that he puts out there when he's talking to you?
Yeah,
I mean,
He's the whole time going, "You sucker, I'm fucking you over so hard right now, but you don't know it because you think I'm a Christian, right?" Let me tell you somebody else who said they were a Christian and they were a pastor too. Did you ever hear of Jim Jones?
Yep.
No.
You didn't ever hear of Jim Jones? He took his whole religious organization to Guyana and started a settlement called Jonestown, and then they killed everybody, dude.
Yeah, and killed himself.
No, they didn't. Most of them didn't kill themselves.
He killed himself afterwards, didn't he? I mean, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
He killed himself afterwards.
He killed two senators too when he was in the middle of all
that. Well, he was a congressman.
Yeah, Congress. That's right. He came on the plane. Just came out to check it out and all that. And then He was going away. He was on his way. He was on his way away, wasn't he? Some people had come and spoken to him about what the place was really like.
Yeah, well, he was in the process of coordinating more planes because they had more people than the planes could carry.
Mm-hmm.
And they were all getting on, and people that wanted to leave were getting ready to get on the plane. And all of a sudden, these people just opened up with AK-47s and just started killing people and killed Congressman Ryan. Now, he had just escaped another guy trying to cut his throat. Because you'll see him walking at the airport. He's got blood on his shirt, but it's not his. It's from his attacker. Somebody came up and just put a knife up to his neck and was getting ready to cut his neck, and they was able to get this guy off of him, and the blood that was on Congressman Ryan was actually from the assailant. But then shortly after that, he was shot. Somebody in the plane, this one guy described it, that the lady sitting in front of him on the plane, the back of her head just exploded and her brain fell out right at his feet.
Wow.
Is this the same incident?
You ever heard the expression?
Drink the Kool-Aid.
What is it?
Is this
Don't drink the Kool-Aid.
The Jonestown Massacre? Is that it?
Jonestown.
Jonestown, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Then you got Waco with David Koresh.
Yeah.
You got all of them. You got
that was a setup. Dude, I'll tell you right now, that was a setup.
Yeah.
That was a setup. They could have arrested Koresh and done that so peacefully. He went into town all the time. This was set up because they wanted to make an example of people that were going to live outside the system. That's exactly what that was about. They murdered those people in that building.
Yeah. They did. The FBI definitely started it. I mean, he was definitely not, but the FBI started that gunfight. That.
Dude, they shot the people from the air with helicopters. Right. They found that a lot of those people were shot from aerial gun platforms.
They were concave earthers too.
That's right. Yeah, I remember you said that.
Back in his grandfather started a movement. They went around all over the Southwest with their rectilineator trying to prove the Earth was concave. Started a church.
Koresh had been brought up as a Seventh-day Adventist, and his Branch Davidians, and that's why the name, the Branch Davidians, was they thought that the Adventists were not really holding true to the gospel, and so they started their own branch of Seventh-day Adventists. They still observe the Sabbath and the laws of food cleanliness and such. A lot of the things you hear about that are made-up stories to make these people look like they were bad.
Okay, so apparently there were no aerial guns involved.
Yes. If you go to the official story, Luca, and you're trying to find truth in the government narrative, you're dumb. Okay. Right now, I can show you something.
Okay. Do you have any evidence that aerial guns were involved?
You got
show it to you. Hold on.
The FBI.
Do you have any evidence there wasn't?
I mean, it's saying there wasn't.
Here, I'm going to show you. You want to see one of the biggest conspiracy theories in the entire world?
So because the narrative says there was not, and and there's no evidence.
Whose narrative?
Whose
narrative?
Whose exactly? There's narrative, dude.
Then listen to the narrative because there's no evidence to
whose narrative do you want to whose narrative do you want to listen to, Luca? Do you want to listen to the FBI's narrative, or do you want to listen to the narrative of fucking people that were there? I listen to the people that were there. I know for a fact that Janet Reno and her whole little henchman squad are nothing more than satanic actors, bro. I know that going all the way back to her days in Florida. And she's involved with that trafficking as well. Okay. So I'm going to listen to people that were there. That's who I'm going to listen to.
We have two things that disagree with each other, right? We have the people that were there apparently saying that, these things, but we also have the FBI and the...
Do you trust the FBI? Do you trust the FBI or anything they say?
Go toilet.
Yes.
Okay, then this conversation's over. You are worth not talking to. Okay, because if you don't know even the history of the FBI, J. Edgar Hoover blew up a judge and then solved the crime by pinning it on someone so that he could form the FBI. Okay, their whole existence is nothing but a criminal thing. Just recently, within the last few years, they found CP, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, you're going to have to look it up because YouTube's pissy about it. But they found inappropriate materials on several FBI servers and computers of agents and shit. You know what happened to anybody? Nothing.
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 The FBI will take people like you, Luca. Let me tell you what they do. They'll take people like you, just like you. And they'll have some actors come around and start coercing you into going, you know what you ought to do? This is what we ought to do, blah, 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 and set up some kind of a plot and then bust you. They'll talk you into doing some dumb shit.
Of course.
And then they'll bust you because everybody that was working with you was an agent. All the people that talked you into it was an agent. No. And they'll take you because you're kind of slow-witted. And you're the fall guy. And then they can look like big heroes for stopping something. That's what they do, dude. And if you trust anything that comes out of the FBI, I can't help you whatsoever.
Well, look what they did.
Can I say something right quick? Timothy McVeigh. Let's give you that one. Remember Timothy McVeigh? He was coaxed into parking that truck out there. They planted it all on him, made it look like he did it.
Well, he was an asset as well. He didn't really do that. That didn't really happen. And I don't think McVeigh really was executed. Do you know that they found another bomb not exploded in the rubble? Not nitrous nitrogen fertilizer. No, an actual bomb device that was planted and it didn't go off.
So the face they put on it's a patsy, dude, and that's what he's saying. These people that you see on the news that are being taken down for these huge crimes, they're set up, dude. A lot of them.
Yeah, exactly.
Look what they did. Who was that guy that they had jacked up for that bomb at the Atlanta Olympics? I'm trying to remember what that guy's name was, and he was the guy that found it. And they were trying to set him up as the one that put it out there, and they found out that it was completely all the FBI. And he was just the security guard that found the fucking bomb. He got suspicious of it, and then it blew up. And they said, "Oh, well, you were the only one suspicious of it." And it was like doing his job. It took him like 5 or 6 years before they actually cleared him.
Look at the whole Kennedy and Lee Harvey Oswald thing. Look at what they did with that, man.
Oswald was an asset as well. I actually think Oswald was there to try to stop it.
Probably. It wouldn't surprise me. That's all. Wouldn't surprise me. He certainly wasn't there to he didn't assassinate anybody, that's for sure.
Oh, he's a hell of a
He
shot.
supposedly killed an Officer Tibbets.
Oh, well, maybe
right?
that.
Okay, now wait a second. There's a lot about people don't really realize who Tibbets was. Okay, Tibbets had a little nickname around the precinct because of how he looked. His nickname was JFK. Because he had a striking resemblance to the president. They needed a body double. But the dumbass that shot him in the front of the head instead of the back. This is why they had to bring in this guy on the plane that was like a plastic surgeon and shit. There was two bodies.
Yeah.
The one you saw was not JFK. It was Tibbets.
Coffins as well. They came out with a different coffin after the plane, didn't they? So
yes, he was put in a ceremonial casket at Love Field, and then when they landed in DC, they brought out one of those gray shipping boxes with him in it.
Yeah.
Now, when could they have switched the bodies? Let's think about that. When could they have switched the bodies?
On the plane?
Oh, on the plane or before takeoff, because everybody was up front of the plane while Johnson, who insisted on it, was being sworn in as president of the United States.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, Johnson had nothing to do with it, man. No way. He's completely innocent.
Dude, that guy was a dog. He was a real dog. He was in the Rose Garden talking with Prime Minister Ben-Gurion of Israel. And just to show, because he was known to have a rather large male member.
Okay.
And he would whip it out like a dick measuring contest.
Oh, nice.
And he's standing there in the Rose Garden with the Prime Minister of Israel, and he whips his shit out and just starts taking a piss right there as an intimidation practice. Look at my giant uncircumcised Johnson, because I'm Johnson. Come on, is that a mistake? A guy with a big Johnson is named Johnson. I mean, all this shit is just.
It's a big old story, isn't it? A big old story.
Yeah, like the Boston bombings. Those two guys didn't do that.
No, that was an implosion. That was an implosion device. Did you see how the glass of the windows were blown out into the street?
Uh-huh.
That's because that was not an explosion. It was an implosion. Nobody got hurt.
Wow. Yeah, there's so much crap they've done out there, isn't there? And you still got so many of these supporters still believing it. They believe in the Warren report, the Warren Commission, and all that kind of crap. You know what I mean? Crazy.
Here, for Luca, I'm going to put this over in the private chat. I'm going to put a link over to that broker check for you.
2 seconds. My intercom's going. 2 seconds.
And I'll put it down here in this one too. So if anybody else wants to go and look and, see if it is the same Will Duffy, because it's got his registration history right here. Every company that he's had, as far as that's concerned.
All right. Thank you. All right. Wow. Sorry. That was someone come to fix my leaky tap that's not leaking.
Send them upstairs, dude. Send them upstairs.
No, I needed to. Yeah, no. Oh, yeah. Well, they won't do it, will they? They have to report that themselves. No, it needed fixing months ago, and they came out and fixed my toilet, and it was a separate report to the toilet, but the guy fixed it anyway. So I thought they would have stopped the repair for it. I didn't even know it was now. I mean, I thought it was meant to be months ago. So it just turned out, it's not a convenient time. It's already fixed. I think you just said it's already fixed. What's wrong with me?
Now, I've looked at it, and given his background in the financial industry, it does seem unlikely that it is the same Will Duffy who is the pastor at the Denver Bible Church.
You go ahead and take a look at the you do a deep dive there, look at that background, and there's no doubt it is the same guy. Okay. And this is not something normal that happens with investors. I mean, this is why they have this website in the first place. So if some slick talking jack comes walking up to you and says, "Hey, I got this great investment." Really? What's your company? What's your name? You can put it in and find out everything you need to know about that investment.
But the Duffy that wants a final experiment doesn't really have a background in the financial.
He does. You just don't know how to research. What are you using? Google? Try using Yandex. Try using the Wayback Machine. Yes, they have taken a concentrated effort to try to scrub his existence. He was a Forbes member. We know that too.
Everybody's got a background, man.
Yeah, man.
Just sometimes it's hard to find the others. You are sounding a little naive. Not a little, kind of a lot. Like I said, you take heliocentrism at face value, and it's less than face value because there's no face value to it.
No.
There's no value to it at all. It's silly. It's not even a good concept, man.
Just based on what I know about this guy, I wouldn't sign a Girl Scout cookie order form if he handed it to me.
Well,
much less go to Antarctica with his ass. Come on.
I didn't even know who Will Duffy was until he revealed himself as the final experiment person.
Oh, well,
And then all of a
he was
sudden,
Bob Enyart's producer. He was Bob
all of a
Enyart's producer who ran the Denver Bible Church, which just happens to have the same address and same building as the Agape Kingdom Church that Duffy is a pastor of. Wow, isn't that interesting?
And then all of a sudden, all of these conspiracy theories about him come
They're
to
not
light.
theories.
You know?
They're not theories.
They're
He's
not-
going to fucking court over it, Luca. The 10th in Denver of this month, the 10th of July. He has to appear in court in Denver. Okay?
How is it a conspiracy theory if they
How
evidence?
is that a conspiracy theory just because you don't like what it says?
Waiting.
Yeah, that's what I said too. This guy's not legit. Just came up out of nowhere, a benevolent pastor. I'm a Christian pastor, so you'll trust me if I tell you that.
Yeah, and he's one of his first interviews we see him. He's saying, I know this guy. Yeah, he's trustworthy, and yeah, he's staunch, good Christian as well. Knows plenty about flat Earth and everything.
Yeah, why?
Hold on, and then he says MC Toon, and the guy interviewed him, just I can't remember his name. Just trying to say, oh my goodness, oh boy.
Yeah, like as soon as he was announced as the person behind the final experiment, flat earthers looked into his background immediately.
Absolutely, that's because we're critical thinkers.
Isn't that that's major stalking right there?
Yeah, but we didn't make
No, that's called critical analysis. And I will tell you what, Duffy is not the man behind the final experiment. He's the front man put up to front this. This goes deeper than what you think. The first thing that should have thrown a red flag up was the fact of how in the fuck is a Christian pastor in Denver even slightly connected to MC Toon in fucking Minnesota?
So,
oh my, he knows MC Toon.
No, he doesn't know him. He met him at the debate. And see, Luca, you are like coming on here totally unarmed.
Can I just
people
say
that have
something,
complete
right?
Because he
information.
knew a person?
Luca.
What?
You're getting cocky now.
Don't
be rude. Don't be rude, right?
I'm not.
Excuse me, I'm talking, right? You talk about we research these people, we're stalkers, right? Do you not?
Are we following
when you
them?
got banned from Flatzoids, go in every single day trying to get in before the show had even started? Had you not?
Yes.
Sorry? Yeah. So, and then we have all your other little friends. Some are coincidentally Australian. They too go in and stalk and cause harassment and harm and all that shite, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
And you're saying because we look people up, we're stalking them, right?
That's following. That's finding out about the
No, I'm still talking. So you don't ever go and check on stuff on people we have or chats we have or anything like that. You'd never do it, do you?
I never will look up people.
Why don't you? Maybe you should, and then you'd actually see the truth.
If you was interviewing, oh, I'm sorry, Vicky, go ahead.
That's all right. Don't ever disrespect Dave like that. It is rude, and I will not stand for it. This is PJ's
what?
show.
I didn't disrespect Dave.
This is PJ's show. Yeah, you did, because Dave said something, and you jumped on him. That's stalking. No, it ain't. It is freedom of information, right? I can look up whatever I want. Do you know why? Because there is a thing called freedom of information, and it is there for us to have that information to read. Whether you like it or not, we are well within our right to look people up.
Yeah.
So don't tell me that because we look people up is stalking. Look, you should know you harassed Flatzoid till he let you back on because you were in there every single day trying to get back on. You did it on Sovs. And
okay, you can
kicked
say
you off, and now you're doing it on PJs. I don't want to hear it.
admit,
All I'm saying is don't disrespect Sov. He has done nothing. He let you on his show,
I
and
admit that I was
you took
harassing.
the
I am
piss,
sorry.
and you took the piss. And I'm just saying, have some respect. That's all I gotta say. Love yous.
All right, love you too.
Bye.
So I was just gonna say.
I admit that I was harassing. I am sorry about that.
Yeah, but it's not. You're going on about stalking. Finding out about information about someone is not stalking. Stalking is when you're following them about, causing trouble for them, making them feel anxious, like certain anti-flat earthers have done to us. You know what I mean? That type of thing. That's stalking.
Isn't that what was kind of happening with Michael Smith from the supposed, the what's it called? The failed spaceship explosion.
The Challenger.
Michael J. Smith.
Oh, you mean that? What was someone asked me a question?
That was
someone asked me a question. That's not me. That's not us. You're talking about something that happened years ago with someone else. That's not who's here talking right now.
That's
what
true.
Are you talking about?
That's true. Okay.
Let me ask you something, Luca. If there was something important on your plate, for instance, maybe a financial investment, or perhaps maybe if you had children and you wanted to have someone that would look after them while you had to work, okay? So would you just say, hey, this person seems nice, I'll go ahead and hire them? Or would you do a little bit of background check just to see if the nice isn't just a front and that the person really is, what they purport to be? Of course, logical. Yeah, of course you would.
Do background.
So would that be would that be considered stalking?
Like babysitters do background checks. Like
what about a financial advisor? Somebody who's going to take all of your money. Somebody who's you're going to entrust with your life savings.
Extensive background checks.
There you go. Okay, so is Duffy or is he not involved with handling people's life savings as far as investments, and is supposed to be a trusted person in that regards? Would you not expect that would be a requirement of the job?
I don't think this is the same Will Duffy there.
It is he admits to having the fucking companies, dude.
What, did he?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Dude, I just put the link to all the information.
All the information there, dude.
You put the link to the broker thing.
Yes. Yes, I did. Now, have you not even listened to Duffy talk? How did he get his money? That's right. He said, I was a financial advisor and I had made some wise decisions with my finances and was able to become wealthy at the age of what? 33. Those are his words, Luca.
Yeah.
Okay, so yes. What company did he have? He admits and says on video what his company was called. He's also linked to being on financial podcasts as the CEO of an investment company or a member of an investment company, depending on the period of time we're talking about.
But he didn't say anything about lawsuits.
He does have lawsuits.
But
if you'd like to, go ahead and look up the court docket if you wish in Colorado.
He never
go ahead.
specifically said it himself there.
It's public information, Luca.
It's public information, Luca.
But Will Duffy himself has not said that he has lawsuits.
Is anybody going to come out and say, hi, I'm Will Duffy, I'm a pastor, and I'm behind the final experiment. By the way, I've been sued 5 times for fraud.
Yeah, you don't introduce yourself. So, hi, I'm Will Duffy, and I'm being sued right now. That's not how you introduce. You don't do that. You bring yourself and your energy to the table, not you and your information.
Holy cow.
Hey, Luca, I put a video in the private chat. It'll give you an idea how long the argument from Flat and Globe is. Just when you get a chance one day, just watch it. It goes back to Captain Cook and Ross, and they've been doing this experiment you're talking about forever down in Antarctica.
That's the one with the ice wall, right? The
Say again?
Antarctica?
Yeah, the video I put in the private chat with Antarctica. Yeah, that's how long people have been going down there. They've disproven the globe so many times. It's incredible. But there are people who believe in it, dude. And they really do. They put all their faith in it. And they've been trying to prove it forever. So this is nothing new. Okay. And people like this little final experiment with Will Duffy, they could throw it together in a heartbeat. And they got him doing it, and they got him over a barrel, and it's obvious.
Right.
So we're just giving you a heads up.
And it's not. And let's look at it. Is it going to suddenly make the Earth convex? No. Is it going to suddenly allow there to be a volume of gas without containment? No. Is it going to make water curve around shit? No. Is it going to make gravity real? No.
No.
So now, why all of a sudden in 2024, when we've had people in Antarctica, at least for the better part of a century, is this all of a sudden the final experiment? Get the fuck out of here. There's something behind this shit. I can smell a turd from a mile away.
Because flat earthers say that there's no 24
Why would you care what flat earthers say if the earth is a globe? If I know the sky is blue and some bird comes out and says, hey, did you know the sky is tartan plaid? I go, yeah, okay, right, buddy. Sure. I'm not going to devote an entire YouTube channel to the sky is not tartan plaid. I'm not going to do any of that shit. So it seems to me that the lady doth protest too much. And that's another indication that it's a fucking lie. Okay. If you got to put that much effort into, truth, a lie falls away on its own, as we're seeing happen right now in real time. Okay. A lie falls away. Truth will always shine through. Truth does not have to be protected. If the earth is indeed a globe, then why you got to shut me up? Huh? Why you got to talk? If what I'm saying is there's nothing to it, then what in the fuck are you so worried about?
If truth wins through. Yeah, exactly. And it does.
To not being able to socialize.
Why would you even care that someone does not believe the earth is a globe? Why would anybody give a shit if somebody does not believe the earth is a globe? Why would they have to get angry, insulting, and devote hours and resources to arguing about it? That should be suspect in itself.
They're passionate about it, I guess.
Because of what?
They're passionate about it, I guess.
Well, why? Yeah, that's suspect as well. That's pretty suspect.
They've got different tastes in women, but they don't get riled at each other about their tastes in women, do they? They can be passionate about their tastes in women.
The thing is that they've specifically studied the shape of the globe. They specifically have done experiments.
Well, good. So wait a second. Here's what I say, Luca. And you're a good example of it. You believe the Earth's a globe, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Vios con Dios, bro.
Yeah.
Have fun with it. Why is it important to you that you have to try to make? I mean, I don't know what you guys think. Y'all think that for some reason that you're going to convince us again of something that we found to be patently not true. I mean, it's like once you see something, you can't unsee it.
That's right.
Okay, right. So what am I supposed to do? Given all the mountains of evidence that the Earth is not a globe, the physical impossibilities of a globe Earth, and some bird's observation in a different landmass is going to suddenly throw all that in the garbage? I don't think so. And the fact that somebody who's in financial trouble, potentially of the millions of dollars, as well as probably pound me ass in the prison to accompany it, to have this be the most important thing in their life right now, that's really weird. I'd be working on a court case or something to keep my ass out of prison and to prepare for my court. But he's not. This is the most important thing. Why would this be more important than you being taken from your family, your livelihood being taken from you, your wealth being taken from you?
Right.
Why would this be? And you're willing to pay for it too. 6 digits, brother. 6 digits.
It's a lot of money.
So how did you say it earlier? You said you smell a rat, right?
Yeah, what Fort Jack says there, look, the old saying, the truth is like a lion, you don't have to defend it. Let it loose, it will defend itself. Why do you think Flat Earth is taking off? It's the truth, man. You're not going to stop it.
Do you know what's making it take off the most? One of the biggest factors that's making it take off the most? Seeing how the Globers act.
Pushback.
Watching the Globers act.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing right there. People, I saw comments on that thing from Witsit versus Dave, right? And they were like, shit. They were like, I'm flat earth just based on that guy's attitude. Holy crap. I mean, there were people actually saying that. Peter, Better Than Gold said it right there. You can't stop it. There's
a reason why Globers get so passionate.
Well, please tell us.
Yeah, why is that?
It's because they've specifically studied this subject for 30 some years or something. And just to have someone coming up and tell them they're wrong about the thing that they've dedicated their lives to studying about is insulting.
Well, let me ask you something, Luca. If I said your name is not Luca, how long would you argue with me about it, knowing that your name actually is Luca? How long would you argue with me and try to convince me that your name is Luca? Isn't it good enough that you already know that it is?
I'd show you a birth certificate.
Well, why would it be necessary for you to prove it to me? Why would you give a shit if I believed it or not? You know it's true, right?
I know it's true, yeah.
Well, there you go. So what's it matter if I? So why would it matter to you?
Hearing someone say that your name is not what it is.
No, okay. I don't believe your name is Luca. Now, why would you give a shit?
Probably
somebody came up and said, "I don't
believe." You actually meant that.
If somebody told me, says, "I don't believe your name is Dave," I'd go, "Okay." I don't give a fuck.
I'd get pissed off.
Well, see, that's a problem. That's a problem. You're an easy person to manipulate that. Because if I can trigger you or push your button that easily, I can do it with other things too.
Of course.
I know what's true, and I don't give a shit if you do or not. That's what I
actually meant. Then I'd look for ways to disprove.
Well, it don't matter. If I don't believe your name. Come on.
Do you not believe in purpose, Luke?
Why is it?
What's up?
Do you not believe in purpose at all?
What?
Do you believe in purpose? That we have purpose?
Purpose.
Purpose. P-R-P-U-R.
Oh, purpose.
Yeah, I'm Scottish, remember.
Okay. Okay, I'm sorry. Do you believe we have a purpose?
You believe we have purpose? Yes. Do you believe we have purpose?
Yeah. Why? Yeah, sure.
So, heliocentrism. What is the purpose? If it's infinite, nobody can ever see it. All these things doing all this stuff out there. Okay, God created that. Say heliocentrism. Why? What is the purpose? Nobody's ever going to get to see it. Nobody's ever going to get there. It's infinite, allegedly. It's ever expanding. It's futile. It's vain. There's nothing to it. There's no purpose to it at all.
I mean,
it's coupled with evolution. There's no purpose to evolution. It's just a process that happened by chance, by some magical chance, some stupendous odds chance. That there shouldn't be any odds to that. It's a 0. 0, 0, 0, 0. That would never happen.
It's way out of reach, dude.
That shows that there's no purpose. That kind of thinking, that kind of concept, that kind of idea. Sorry.
If You know, because it's been like billions of years. You know,
How do you
even
know
if
that?
the
How do you know
chance,
it's been billions of years, Luca? Where did you get that
even
fucking number from?
Where'd you get
even
that
if the
from?
chance of happening was
Where'd
like
you get this number though?
was
Where'd you get this
anything
billions of years? Where'd you get that from?
Yeah. Right.
the MCB, the
What
CIM,
The background.
yeah, CBIM, whatever.
What are you
CBIM?
actually hearing? Wait, what are you actually hearing with this background
The
noise? What exactly is it you
microwave
think you're
station
hearing? That's what you think it is. And you think it's coming from someplace, but you don't know. I mean, when you turn on your radio
Well,
and
I've
you
been
hear,
told.
listen to me. When you turn on your radio and you hear static on it, where's that static coming from? Can you pinpoint the location of where that's? I'll tell you what, tune into your favorite radio station. Can you tell me where that signal is coming from? No, you can't. Okay, you can assume where it comes from. You can pin it to a really cool story about some shit blowing up 15 billion years ago, but you don't even have a concept of what 1,000 years is like, much less a billion years. Come on. This is how they dazzle your mind with these unfathomable numbers that are inconceivable.
And how about
the people that study this specifically would know?
Yeah. So you rely on other men to tell you what's going on. I got it. Got it. I know.
Yeah, that's what schools are, right?
Let all men be liars, bro. Let all men be liars.
No, that's what schools are. Schools are to teach you.
Really? No, it's not. It's there to indoctrinate you to be a slave, dude. You didn't learn shit in school that helped you in your life at all. And if you did, it could have been taught in a weekend.
Yeah.
Okay?
What is that quote? Was that quote by that Rockefeller guy or something about the school?
Oh, I don't want a nation of thinkers. I want a nation of workers. Shortly after he created the NEA.
alphabet.
Yeah,
dude, I learned how to read before I went to school.
Yeah,
phonetics is not a real hard thing to teach people. You only have 26 letters, and they only make a certain combinations of sounds. I learned to read before I even went to school.
School's a place to go where your parents to look after you while your parents go to work. That's it. That's it. And full of indoctrinating crap that they filled us with. You might have learned a few basic things, but everything that was meant to mean anything in our lives and teach us anything in our lives was bull, rubbish. Crap.
Tell me how walking in a single file has benefited your life. Tell me how sitting in a linear grid pattern facing all the same direction has helped you in your life. Let me ask you how having to have a special piece of paper to go take a dump has helped you in your life.
Behavior.
That's not according to who? So don't be a child, turn into a robot. That's cool.
Like, you know, you need to. It's politeness, you know.
That's compliance.
I learned politeness before I went to school. I found that school was very impolite.
Yeah, it's not discipline. That's not discipline. That's compliance to that's compliance to what is it? Bondage. That's what it is.
But if you aren't, you know, how do like, you know, in Alice
you learn it naturally.
They have, you know, they have kids that are.
So do you think that you would have been do you think you would have
kids, you know?
Do you think that if you hadn't gone to school, you would just be a wild animal?
Yeah.
If my parents had.
Oh wait, no, I wasn't talking about your parents. I was
talking
about
the institution.
School.
Yeah.
If you hadn't gone to school, would you be a wild animal now?
No.
Okay, why not?
Because if I hadn't gone to school and if my parents were nice, you know, like nice and taught me, you know, basic homeschooling, then you know,
I'm not even talking about the nonsense that they fill your brain with. You were just saying that if you hadn't gone to school, school is there so that people don't be wild animals. That's basically what you said, that they're unable to have any kind of knowledge that it's wrong to hit other people and that it's wrong to steal things. And it's, these basic tenets of a social world would not be evident without school.
It also depends on your parents as well.
Well, yeah, I agree. There are a lot of people that probably should not have children. Because they've been, and those people are usually, listen to me, Luca, those people are usually people that have been fucked up by the system. You see, the system is not your friend. The system is taking you out of your natural vibe and put you into this. That's what it did. For 6 to 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, you went and sat in alphabetical order in a linear grid pattern, all facing the same way, having been told that the person in the front of that room was going to make you smart. You were already smart. You were just now on your way to becoming stupid.
Yeah.
Jaron just did a show on this too, just recently.
It's completely unnatural. Only a slave needs to be learned how to be disciplined.
Well, and this takes us right back full circle, and it goes to exactly this. I love to ask this question. If no one had ever told you that you lived on a spinning globe, what observations or experiences in your life would lead you into saying, hey, I think I must be on a spinning ball?
Mm-hmm.
No one would ever think that. This is why they have to tell it to you and mesmerize you with it when you're a child.
Absolutely.
The first person to figure it out.
I don't give a fuck who the first person to figure it out. I'm asking about you. Did you figure out that the earth was a globe, Luca, or did someone tell you? Did you go, hey, I think I must be on a spinning ball, and then discover that, hey, look at there, I was right? Or did you ask, Mommy, where does the sun go? And she said, it goes around the ball because the earth is a globe.
I had to get taught that, yeah.
Yeah. So you didn't come up with it on your own.
I've never done any experiments.
I didn't ask about experiments. People don't just come out, go outside. Hey, Billy, want to come out and play? Yeah, what are we going to do? We're going to make experiments. No, you're fucking boring. Let's play. No, you're never going to that. I'm not asking you about experiences. You're just living your life every day, walking along, doing your thing, right? And you suddenly see something or experience something that says, hey, I was noticing some stuff here. I noticed that the stuff in the sky moves. And I was thinking that can only be because I'm on a moving ball.
Yeah.
Now, that's really a dumb thought. That's a dumb thought. No one is ever going to think that.
Themselves,
No one's ever going to think that. No one would even lead, because you want to know why? You want to know why you would never even go to that direction of thinking? Because it's ridiculous. You've had experience with water and everything on this world, okay, with this time. And there's not one single thing that would make you go, hey, you know what? I think that means that I'm on a spinning ball. No one does that. That's why they tell you that. When you ask the fundamental questions when you're a kid, everybody asks, where's the sun go at night, Daddy? Why are the stars move? If you notice that they moved.
Yeah, I was thinking about this, is that I wouldn't have thought that the moon was in space wobbling if I hadn't asked someone, if I hadn't asked my parents.
Right.
And I would have thought it was a light.
It's right there. It's so close. Look, I can see stuff on it. It's got to be close.
I mean, I feel like every young child tries to grab out at the moon, right?
Sure.
It feels close, right?
Yeah, it does have a mesmerizing effect. It does have an effect on us. The moon does.
Okay,
as
Luca,
the sun.
Luca, when you get a chance, just watch that documentary. This is when the whole idea was proposed. They went to investigate, and that's what they did. And you'll see exactly what they documented and how hard it was to do it. Yeah, they went through painstaking links to see if it was what they said it was, and it came back with another story altogether. It's not globular. It's not a ball. And they came back and they're like, hey, there's a whole bunch of ice and lands and mountain ranges out there. They documented the whole thing, and it came back and they still pushed the ball again after that. It's been a back and forth thing for a long time, but they actually did document this stuff. Their journey. Yeah.
What if they said those things? Like, this is way back in the day when they first did it, right? When they first went to Antarctica.
The cult of Pythagoras, yes.
Okay, so what if they didn't know the full geography of the Earth when they first went there, and when they went to the other side of Antarctica and kept going, they saw more land. But it turns out it was actually Greenland, and they just circumnavigated the globe and come right back.
They didn't go to Greenland.
They never went north south.
No, they went to the south trying to get through, and they pushed as far as they could. There wasn't there. They actually named the mountains too while they were down there, in the ranges, and they explored them. That's I'm trying to tell you, dude. They haven't fully explored our world. And
no, we don't even know what's under the ocean, much less in the.
No, exactly.
They hadn't. They hadn't fully explored the world back then.
Yeah, they stopped after they ran out of.
Well, that's the whole question right there, Luca, is what would make anyone even come to the idea to explore and see if it was a ball? Nothing. No one would ever come to that idea. That's my point. Because it's so freaking ridiculous. No one would ever do that. Oh, look, I see the sun and it appears to go toward the ground and then I can't see it anymore. You would come to the idea that perhaps the sun is landing before you would come to the idea of living on a ball that's moving.
Of course. Of course. Here you go, look what Jeff said. Hey, Luca, what if you wish in one hand and crap in the other? Which will get filled fast.
I don't even know how to respond to that.
I can answer it. The one with the shit's going to fill up quicker, bro.
Yeah. Of course you can answer that.
Want isn't a thing. Yeah.
Anyway, I see it turned into Lucas again.
You should watch the rest of the John
don't literally try it, Luca. Don't really try it.
Anyway, I've got to finish up. I've got something to do anyway. I've got something to do. I've got phone doctors. I've got to get go to the chemist and grab something. So if it's ready, but I've got to call them that first. I didn't get to finish the video, but I'll probably do the rest of it tomorrow, along with the rest of what I was meant to do today.
I'm sorry.
If you turn up again tomorrow, stick with the topic.
I won't turn up tomorrow because I don't want to derail it again.
Well, you don't know if you try this next time, then I won't let you. I'll let it happen today because we did start talking about flat Earth and stuff like that. So I just kind of let it happen today.
Yeah. So it kind of flowed smoothly into flat Earth.
I know.
I didn't really derail it. It just
I know. I'm messing. No, whether you derailed it or not, it still turned into Lucas show.
I wouldn't say it was derailed because it did flow smoothly into flat Earth. I didn't just jump right onto a different topic when we were still on.
If that's your copium, go for it, man. Go for it.
It's difficult because all of this is so interconnected. It really is. There's so much interconnection to it. You know, of course, we've been lied to about where we are and who we are. And I think, like I've said, it's the first three questions that an amnesia patient asks. It's who am I? What day is it? Where am I? Well, you've been lied to about all those things. We've been given collective amnesia.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like Dave froze. Yeah.
I froze. I'm still moving.
PJ.
He didn't freeze. He didn't freeze at all.
PJ.
Okay.
Yes.
Why don't you use WeStream?
Oh, because when I was on I was on Restream with I had a shared account with Alvia Paul and Michael Kahn, but on my other computer it didn't work very well with it. It was very, very jittery and stuff. So I opened an account with StreamYard. So because I'm paying for StreamYard, when I got my new computer, I just automatically stayed with it. It's much as such the same, to be honest. As much as such the same. I did like Restream, but StreamYard does the same thing, man. It does the same thing.
I can't see the live chat from where I'm at.
That's to do with you. Vicky can't see it sometimes either, or she can't interact with it. But most guys with the computer can see it, can't they? The live chat.
I'm on my computer.
Oh yeah, and you can.
I can see the. Oh, okay. I just got it.
You have to press the comment.
Yeah, everything I said.
You have to click comments.
Forget everything I said.
Doesn't just automatically come up. Yeah. And you can usually interact with it. But I'm looking for Mr. Super Sidewinder song that I downloaded. He told me to download the other day, and I can't find it. Where is it? Oh, there it is. No, I see it. I just didn't recognize it by face. So I'm going to play out with Mr. Super Sidewinder. The song's called Thank You. He told me to download it the other day. I can't remember. Don't know who exactly, if he's duetting with anybody, but we'll see it. We'll see it. Always it's like I've got an unlimited. Oh, there he is. He's there. There he is. He's there. He'll be able to tell you more about it. Here we go. Oh, hold on. I didn't click on it. That won't happen if you don't click on it, Peach. Yeah.
So many times you reached out to me, but I turned my back 'cause I didn't think you had what I need. But now you're everything. You're everything to me, and I can't be without you. And I want to say thank you. I was lost and you found me. I was dead inside and you breathed into me, and you brought these bones to life. I want to say thank you. Thank you for saving me. Thank you for loving me unconditionally, God. We stood with open arms, but I ran away, 'cause I was scared of the pain that came with trust. But I came running back into your embrace, because I knew you'd still be there. You'd never leave me, God. And I want to say thank you. I was lost and you found me. I was dead inside and you breathed into me, and you brought these bones to life. I want to say thank you. Thank you for saving me. Thank you for loving me unconditionally, God. And I don't But you keep on loving me anyway. Oh, you'd never stop loving me. God, now I want to say thank you. I was lost and you found me. I was dead inside and you breathed into me, and you brought these bones to life. I want to say thank you for saving me. Thank you for loving me unconditionally, God. Oh, thank you.
Well, hey, excellent.
Hey.
Nice. Loving it. Loving it. Loving it. Oh, there we go. There we go. All right, everybody disappeared. Everybody disappeared while the song was on. I was going to say, see you later, so see you later. Everybody's gone. Just me and Nate left. Just me and Nate left. But thanks, everybody in chat. Thanks for coming. Mr. Super Sideminder, excellent, man, as always. Thank you again for letting us use it. Always big thanks, and it's always welcome, man. It's fantastic. Everything so far has been great, man. Don't know what I'll have for tomorrow. I'll have to check out his channel again and have a rake through. You know what I mean? Nice one, guys, for turning up. Here the sun sets free. It's free. Indeed. Ta-ra, guys.